Today we got brand new updates for WWE 2K24. There's a hot fix that just came out, so here's the patch notes. Plus we have more news that we got to be able to deep dive with all of you. My name is Matt, welcome to Assemble, let's get into it. Patch 1.15 is a hot fix patch, ladies and gentlemen. It's giving us general and online stability improvements. They address the reported concerns of the custom entrance template appearing locked when it shouldn't, and they added support for upcoming My Faction events. For My Faction, there are more Persona cards that are going to be coming. One of them that I'm personally excited for, and hopefully it doesn't cost too much money, good lord, but it'll be Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner is scheduled to come out. And we also have Undertaker coming out as a Persona card, but through the oddities. So it's Undertaker 2020 with his Boneyard match look against AJ Styles. We've seen this in the previous 2K games, which I wish he was just in the game, but they have made him a Persona card nonetheless. So with that, you're gonna have to go through and get all of these oddities in order to unlock Undertaker. Now, I would kind of hang off grabbing this and try to grind through these oddities that are very rare, because we saw that with Seth Rollins, that it was virtually impossible to be able to get him. And now Seth Rollins is also coming up in a live event where you're gonna be able to play and get him unlocked too. For Seth Rollins' Shield version, for the Undertaker, I would just wait, because there's a good chance that they would just put him in through a live event to be able to make him as an unlockable. Now, the patch notes are, well, they're disappointing. We don't need just hot fixes, ladies and gentlemen. We need massive overhaul fixes, but we're not going to get that. At this point in the game, they're not going to do anything else other than hot fixes, and then when there is DLC coming, they would give us a larger patch. We don't know for sure though. With the gap in the DLC that we are seeing right now, where the next one's coming out for the Global Stars pack, that is coming out in late September, there is a possibility that they will give us an end of August patch that is significant, and they should. I mean, 2K, if you're looking at Matt at all, try to give us just a larger patch, like something better that would do a lot more for fans. So the hot fix though is kind of expected. A lot of this is just to be able to add My Faction content. Now, if you are somebody that is still playing WWE 2K23, I've got some bad news. They are going to be sunsetting the servers in September. This isn't a huge surprise because we get the sunset of all the 2K games every single year. They will go and they'll shut down the servers for like the previous year's games, but they usually do that in like January when you are really close to the next game, and it's not as much of an impact, but I will say there are enough people out there that still play 2K23. Some people just skip a year or two because then they wait for a bigger game or they can't afford it because games are bloody expensive nowadays. As reported by True Achievements, WWE 2K23 online servers are being shut down on Monday, September 30th. This applies to all versions of the game, and once it happens, none of the 2K23's online features will be available. This means players will no longer be able to access user-generated content, fight in online matches. 2K23's offline content will still be accessible. So everything you have for 2K23, if you are somebody that still plays that game, you will be able to play and use all your DLC, showcase mode, like everything that is just on the game that you purchase, that you own, you're going to be able to access that still. Even if you don't have some stuff, if you deleted the game, for example, and then you want to download it plus the DLC content you purchase, you're going to be able to do that. It's just anything to do like community creations, online matches, anything with the servers, it's off. This is also a bummer though, and I don't think this is a great move by 2K because it's so early. We saw with 2K22, they shut the servers down, but it's January. And like I said, you got February, March, then you got the next game that comes out. So the window is so tiny. I'm like, why do it all the way as early as September, shut this down? My only speculation here is that they do have enough of the audience playing 2K24 and that the user base is very small when it comes to 2K23. That's my only guess here, but it's significantly earlier than what they've done in previous years. So we could probably expect the same thing with 2K24 to 2K25, where you probably get September to January in the timeline of when they would shut it down. Now, speaking of 2K25, we actually have an update when it comes to when that game, the window for that game, is going to release. So as noted by Mike Straw over at Mike Straw Media and the earnings call for Take-Two Interactive, Take-Two confirmed that 2K25 will release in Q4 of fiscal 2025, so prior to March 31st, 2025. So we can expect 2K25 to release right around the same time as 2K24. We had like March 14th or whatever it was for 24. 25 is probably going to be the exact same thing, right before WrestleMania 41. The call also noted that WWE 2K24 has enhanced its profitability, and the game was praised for being the highest rated in the series. And to be honest with that, 2K24, when it released, it was very highly praised all around. Like the average scores were like 8 out of 10 or whatever, and people were genuinely enjoying it. It's just after that, we have seen plaguing issues throughout this game that continue to happen where fans are just like, this is ridiculous for the online stability, the servers, online matches don't work, community creations is usually a disaster. The bugs and everything that has been in between that just kind of seem to creep up that weren't there when the game released. It's almost like, don't touch it, leave it the way it was. But if I was a betting man, if I was guessing here, I would say 2K25's kind of rollout schedule will look very similar to 2K24. 2K24, if you guys remember, I think they did a good job. They made it a lot of fun and interactive with fans as they led up to the reveals, where we had teases online of like the special guest referee shirt, the casket match. Like they teased all of these things for players and fans, and it was more fun. It was better than what they had done in the previous years, in my opinion, and we got more information as it rolled out. And then they do the bigger reveals come the Royal Rumble season, and then you get into just a couple of weeks until the game actually comes out in March. So I do think that we're probably going to get the same rollout. Depends on what kind of teasers they want to do to kind of get people hyped and engaging and all of that stuff. And we'll have all the coverage here on the channel too, by the way. Now, the other thing is, you know how we got that Pat McAfee pack that like nobody liked it? Like, like I'm glad we're done with that, ladies and gentlemen. But because we're done with that, we got the next pack, the Global Superstars pack, to look forward to. And there's a good chance that 2K is going to deliver more goodies when it comes with it. So the Global Superstars pack comes out September 18th. We still got a couple of weeks away. We're like almost a month and a bit away from that releasing. And one of the headliners is going to be Jade Cargill, but this one is going to fill out our roster, I think, very well. We should anticipate a larger patch to go with it, and it really feels like 2K is going down the path right now of filling out content with like persona cards and the My Faction stuff, because they really want to push that for us. And then we have the DLC later on. After that, we get the WCW pack. There's rumors of the Fall Brawl War Games Arena is going to come with it. We might get more weapons to utilize in the game too, to kind of round it out and give players a little bit more in terms of the bonuses. But 2K needs to do a lot when it comes over the next couple of months with getting things way more stable, the online fixes, a lot of the modes, the collision detection in the game, the AI needs improving. There's a ton of improvements that I hope they listen and they can get these things done now instead of just banking it all for 2K25. But what do you want to see in 2K25? There's a question. What modes, match types, what do you want from the game? And you could just say the obvious thing of like, Matt, I want a working game. I want a working wrestling game. And I'd say I agree. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Quick note though, and it's on a serious note. I want to give condolences to one of the community creators out there, DX for Life. I posted this on the community tab. This was posted online by their family. DX for Life tragically passed away last week. So I just want to share my condolences. I'm very sorry to hear this. And if you ever need help with something or you are not in a good place mentally, go get help, reach out to somebody. It's incredibly important. People care for people and it's very, very sad. So, and I just hope that people understand that there's always human beings behind, you know, the Twitter machine or online, and it's important to just reach out and take care of yourself if you're in a bad place. So my sincere condolences to the family, and I hope everyone is okay. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.